Hello, hello. Anybody there? Welcome. Welcome. So, I'm going to keep this simple. I'm not expecting a huge influx of viewers for this because I am doing this for the sole purpose of making a receipt of evidence. On my last video that I uploaded just today. Hi, Coffee. On the last video I uploaded just today, regarding the diet system, I got a comment claiming that my assertion that hunger and thirst negatively affected health recovery when it was allowed to get too low was false. Said it was a myth. Said I was lying. And I just want to make sure that you all understand that, one, I'm not going to tolerate misinformation in my comment section. Two, I'm not going to tolerate people calling me a liar when I know I'm not. And three, that I can back up my statements with evidence. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're backing up statements with evidence. For the world to see and for it to forever be up there so no one can debate me on this ever again. Nostalgia, Zemos, welcome. Y'all caught me on a night where I'm riled up. This is supposed to be my night off, chat. This is supposed to be my night off. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. So I have a stopwatch on my computer, ready to go. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go into single player, okay? And I'm doing this live so that way no one can say that I doctored footage. Settings. Arrhenius, welcome. All right, here in settings, I'm showing my settings. Fall damage is set to true, minimap true, blah, blah, blah. I have growth set to false. Ben MJ, welcome. Well rested buff doesn't matter. I'm basically just showing that I'm not modifying stats. Okay. Okay, and this is just me showing what my single player settings are at. Okay, so everyone can see. All right. We're gonna go to map. We're gonna go to Reparia. We're gonna hit host. I'm gonna do this on Spino because it'll be the easiest to show the discrepancies on a playable that has a massive health pool and a terrible heal rate. Alien, welcome. Okay, so here's how we're gonna run this test. All right, I'm gonna show you how we're running this test. Okay, so first up, as you can see, this is a Spinosaurus build. None of the abilities are increasing its health recovery rate. So with full hunger and thirst, Spinosaurus should have an HP recovery rate of 1.25. Okay, now let's assume the Spinosaurus gets set to 1 health, okay? It will now have to heal back 949 health. If we assume health recovery rates don't change based on thirst and hunger, it should heal back to full in 759.2 seconds, otherwise known as a little over 12.5 minutes. Standing up, okay? Standing up. Laying down, that's going to be a different number. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1.25. We're going to multiply it by 1.5 because sleeping gives you a 50% increase to your health recovery rate. We get 1.875 health recovery rate while sleeping. Now we're going to take the same value, 949 damage, divided by the... Please show me my history. Divided by 1.875. And that'll give us 759.2. I think. No. Stop doing that. Whatever it is you're doing, calculator, I need you to quit it. 506.13 repeating. Okay, so 506.13 repeating divided by 60, you get a little under 8.5 minutes. Right, and Coffee, you are absolutely correct. The actual thing that's going to happen is it's going to take longer than that because we're going to lose food and we're going to lose thirst while that's happening. So you will see the discrepancy. Assuming that the health recovery rate doesn't change, it'll take under 8.5 minutes. Okay? I know hunger and thirst do affect it, but somebody thinks they don't. Okay? Somebody thinks that they're smarter than literally every person who knows anything about Path of Titans because they found something on the internet that said so. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to sleep. I'm going to type /heal. We're going to do the /heal command to ensure that my hunger and thirst start at the maximum right before we do this. Okay? Have been healed. All right. Health 1. Now we wait. We wait when we chat. We wait and we chat. Actually, hold on. I forgot to start my stopwatch. Give me 1 second. We're going to restart this. Not set. Health 1. Okay. Now we're good. I've got my stopwatch running. So, while we wait for this thing to heal over the course of the next 9 minutes, how are we doing tonight? We feeling good? Yeah, coffee. I know that. That's actually something I'm going to showcase too, by the way. I'm going to showcase a little survival tactic that you can use. It only works if you're in a group. But after we're done with this whole, like, debunking the myth thing, I'm gonna show you guys a neat little trick. Because both thirst and hunger have an effect on your health recovery rate, if you are starving but not dehydrated, laying down and sleeping will actually slow the rate at which you die from starvation, which should give your group mates time to find food for you so you can get up and eat it and, you know, not kick the bucket. It's something like that, Flight. I'm pretty sure. Coffee sent me this really cool graph in my Discord that I'm going to show off at the end of this. But, yeah. I can't believe I have to do this, chat. I really can't. It's kind of wild. I just got off of a 12-hour work shift, chat. I had to go into work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I only just got home. I just got home and I have to do this now. Unbelievable. We're at the 2-minute mark. Did you look at that? Man, Spino's healing sucks. It's so bad. Nostalgia having a rough night? I'm sorry to hear that. Glad I could offer you a distraction at least. But yeah, Flight, I'm pretty sure that half of your heal rate is affected by your hunger and the other half is affected by your thirst. That would be the smartest thing. Yeah, see, Flight, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But some people in my comments section don't believe that it's true. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, y'all can take solace in the fact that I removed their comment because I don't want anyone from this stream going and witch hunting and harassing this individual. But I still feel the need to vindicate myself. So here we are. I didn't want this to just be a bash on people who don't know any better, because it could come from a place of genuine ignorance, even if the comment itself was worded in a very know-it-all fashion. I think it's really important that you not believe everything you read on the internet. if you have the means to verify something for yourself, to test it, to determine whether or not it's true, you should do that. Trust but verify, chat. Trust but verify. Never take somebody's word for it if you have the ability to test it. You know, the sad thing, Flight, is that the people that need the proof probably wouldn't even believe it if you put it right in front of them. Or at least some of them would. Oh, you have got to be kidding me right now. Oh my god. Even in single player, Matt haunts me. Christ. Okay. Well, I think we got to about half. Chat, did we get to about half? Or do I have to go back? Do I have to scroll back? Oh my god. I need to not do this by burrows. This is just a bad idea. Test on a lat? Okay. Fine. I concede. We'll test on a lat. It'll be faster. Okay. Alright. No altered stats. Okay. We're gonna lay down. Got my stopwatch. Okay, we're gonna do /heal. /health1. Boom. Alright. I was originally testing on Spino Flight because I find that a larger health pool gets you closer to the accurate number because of, you know, adjustments for human error on the stopwatch. And of course this video, like you can go to timestamps to verify that my times that I'm telling you are true, so like it's not that big a deal. Can't wait for an alpha snake to spawn now. Furnace, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, please. No, doing this on lat is faster, Flight. You're correct. It's faster, and I can get this over with, and I can go eat my pizza rolls. At least it's chunking upward, so we can see it. Almost there. Okay, that's it. 1 minute 37 seconds. Give or take 1 second to adjust for human error. Okay. So Latin's stomach caps out at 150. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to lay down again. I'm going to set hunger to 50. Thirst to 50. So that'll be a third each. Health 1. Okay. I'm going to set an alarm, or a timer, for 1 minute and 37 seconds. When that 1 minute and 37 second timer goes off, we will see how much health we have left to heal. On my mark. Mark. That was not mark. The entered button did not work. Hold on. Sorry about this, chat. Okay, and Mark. Hunya, welcome to the stream. How we doing? We're doing some testing, and by testing I mean proving, because some people apparently didn't believe me in my video when I said that your hunger and thirst affect your health recovery. Woohoo! I love being called a liar in my comment section. "40 seconds left, by the way." Just throwing that out there, chat. Oh, you got a project finished today, Hunya? Nice. Good job. I'm happy for you. "20 seconds left, chat. Any bets that we're gonna make it to the end of our health bar? Anyone? Anybody? Didn't think so. Did not think so. Archie blows. Okay. That's the timer. And we are at 1/3 of our max health. Would you look at that? Ooh. It's almost like I set my hunger and thirst values to 1/3 of their maximum, and now we're only healing at 1/3 the rate. Isn't that crazy, chat? That's so crazy. It's almost like we have this funny little we have this funny little graph. This little graph that we can use to showcase. Let me just get it ready to pull up, and I will switch OBS over to it so y'all can look at it. Thank Toasted Coffee for posting this to my Discord. Super awesome of them. Very convenient. Can I full screen this? Is that a thing I can do? Yeah, I can. Okay. All right, chat. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Flight said another quirk of path, this has been proven with armor, is that subs are multiplicative, while any other armor buff is additive. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. Well, you see, Hunya, I have the receipt. This whole stream is the receipts. I literally started on the main menu, selected single player, chat saw everything, okay? They saw everything. There's no contesting it, okay? All right, y'all ready for this graph? Here's the graph. It's linear. Now, of course, this is assuming that your hunger and your thirst are draining at the same rate and are at the same value. Like, different diets can throw this off, obviously, but this is a good reference point. Right? Thank you again, Toasted Coffee, for this awesome graph that I did not make. Swain, I don't know how to feel. I thought I would feel better about this. I really don't. I really don't. Like, am I glad to get the truth out there? Am I glad to show people how things work? But, like, it's the fact I have to do this that irks me the most. I'm trying to remain calm and not be judgmental, but damn. Yes, Gug, it does in fact matter this much. It's pretty crazy. Now, I am going to show you guys something cool. Okay, so we're going to do /heal. Okay. We're going to get the stopwatch out again, because I want to time how long it takes Latin to starve to death. Right? Okay. Hunger 0. Thank you, Arrhenius. I appreciate it. Like, I almost wish... Arrhenius, you don't understand. Oh, right, I do need to... yeah, okay, sorry. My bad. I thought you were saying I should go do gameplay. Thank you for catching that. Thank you for catching that. Anyway, Lat's starving to death now. I guess. It's really slow. Fun fact. It's really slow. Because it is healing at half its rate. Why don't you think it feels right as a game mechanic, Gug? I'm curious. I think Latin's base heal rate's a little bit too strong. This thing takes forever to starve to death. This is taking a while. Taking a long, long while. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Instead of like seeing how long it takes to starve to death, I'm gonna see how long it takes to get to half standing, and then I'm gonna see how long it takes to get from half to dead while laying down. I am not a developer for the game, and I do not work on the game. I am just a content creator who tries to be as informative of the game's mechanics as possible whenever I'm playing and making videos. Just trying to spread awareness. That's all. That is all. No, Gug, if, yeah, good luck with editing, Arbiter. Gug, if hunger and thirst didn't affect your health recovery, then there would be even less point in engaging with the system, right? What would the point be of a fast hunger drain other than to be inconvenient? How would you balance Tyranititan properly if it didn't have a really fast drain on its hunger, which rapidly takes away its health recovery rate? You know I've been doing a lot of complaining about bleeders lately, but I've decided that I need to just quit whining and get good. So I've mentally told myself that I'm going to adapt to this meta. Okay, I'm going to adapt to the new bleed meta. If Titan can bleed me out and win the heal cycle, okay, on my Spino, right? Spino can't really... I kept telling myself Spino can't play the long game with Titan. It loses. False. False statement. Titan will starve before Spino does. Even if Spino's running Hypercarny. Especially if Spino's running Hypercarny. So, anyway, my tactics against Tyrannotitans are going to be even more scummy now, but we'll do that in a later video, or later stream or something. Swain, I actually think that it's interesting that the more I kind of appreciate the more in-depth mechanics, like the really nitty-gritty details, not being necessarily openly stated, because it kind of lets you experience learning, right? Because one of the things about these dino survival games that a lot of them tend to do is, like, when you're first starting out, you don't know a lot. But as you play the game more, you gain more game knowledge, better game sense, you get a feel for things, you understand the area better. Like, you get better. And you just kind of, like, subconsciously adapt and internalize these things. Also, Angel Hill, no, we are not streaming early now. This is a one-off shoot thing. Also, I totally forgot to sit the Latin down at half. chat. Okay. Anyway, that took about, I want to say about 4.5 minutes to get to half. We'll say. I know this is really botched, but timestamps will be on the stream. Like you can go back and whatever. Okay. Honey and I did testing other day. When I did health regen calcs for Spino, it turned out all funky. 1.25 times 1.1, which is multiplicative, plus 0.5 for the heal hide. Streamlined. I can, okay, where's that formula going, Toasted Coffee? What's weird about that? Oh, I know what's weird about that. You added 0.5. Isn't it supposed to be half of what your value is? So, like, wouldn't it be increasing it by 50% of the value? Well, see, your first formula was different because you added the 0.5, and the second formula you multiply it. So, like, which is it? Yeah, Angel, I'm only streaming right now because I wanted to showcase some stuff regarding how hunger and thirst affect health recovery rates. That's all. That's all. I just wanted to have footage proving stuff. Also, I totally forgot to reactivate my stopwatch. Whatever. The stream will tell you how long it takes after it's done processing. I really don't care that much. Arctic Teeth, the myth was that hunger and thirst did not affect health recovery rate. Okay, that was the myth. That was the myth that we just busted. Health recovery rate is affected by hunger and thirst in a linear fashion, as shown here. All right? As shown here. You know, Toast Coffee, that brings up a really good question. Sat down 3 minutes ago? Yeah, see, okay, so the health recovery boost from laying down multiplied on top of the recovery rate we were getting from our thirst level and delayed how long it took us to die. Fair. I think. I don't actually know. Maybe the thirst rate dropping too much got us killed. Either way. Okay, you know what, chat? Now that we're talking about the subspecies increasing base values, which is actually huge, what does that mean for Spino? Because I was always running armor sub, because the armor sub was a 5% value, and I always thought it was additive, right? So the 5% with the 10% passive from Ironclad would get you 15% armor, which is the optimal amount of armor before it starts giving you diminishing returns. And I liked that because I didn't like... I liked the option of not having to run all the armor abilities, right? How would Streamline affect it? It would affect it the same way laying down would, I would think. When it says plus 50%, it'd be 50% of the base value. So you take 1.375, multiply that by 1.5, you get 2.0625. It would be 1.5 times, not plus 0.5. As far as I know, when it comes to health recovery buffs, as far as I've been able to determine, they're mostly multiplicative rather than additive, but I could be wrong. Tried Cam, welcome to the stream. You missed a little bit of the main showcase. Yes, Toast Coffee, 1.5 is 50% of base. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're in here doing math. Tried Cam, we're in here doing math. I'm sorry. It's a really boring stream. This is literally just here as evidence. I'm not planning on playing the game or anything. Like, once we're done having our little talk here over numbers and nerdy crap, I'm gonna be killing the stream and then just letting this exist on my channel. Yeah. Basically, somebody in my comment on my last video tried to claim that your hunger and thirst values don't affect your health recovery rate. But they do, and so I booted up the stream so I could debunk that statement and prove that it does, in fact, affect your health recovery rate. So. Well, if that matches your testing, Toast Coffee, I do have to ask, what's the point of Shanksius over Aegypticus? So armor sub on Sarah makes your scoots better. That's interesting. I like that. I feel better about running that now. You use HP regen? See, the whole reason I was using Shanksius is because I like how thick the tail is. But I'm willing to give Aegypticus a try. I actually haven't done that before. Not since the TLC, at least. How long have I been playing this game for? Crap. What year did Gondwa release? Gondwa was 3 years ago, right? Um, 4 years. Not really. Just hold on, because December 2020, I started in like, what, September of that year? So just over 3 years now? Yeah. So how would Armor Spino affect its armor abilities? Thundra, I have to be honest, I have taken breaks from the game. I haven't only played this game for 3 years. That'd be a bit much. Also, sorry if I sound like I'm eating, chat. My wife made me pizza rolls. Which I don't know if you've had pizza rolls after a 12-hour shift, but they hit different. They hit different. So I guess Armor Spoon would make the armor build better by proxy of increasing the base, right? Going game type attribute armor. Bet, let's do it. Whoa! Whoa! Oh wait, hold on. We're getting an increase from solar powered. Crap. Chat, what's the command to set the time of day to, like, morning or whatever? Can use admin panel? Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't do this a lot, so you'll have to forgive me. Yeah, let's just make it noon. Okay. Get attribute armor. Ooh. 1.155. Okay. Okay. That's not a lot. Is it? That's really not a lot. I assume it only gets good whenever you start stacking it really high. So, like, here. Let's see how high the armor goes. Bright Sail, Waterborne, Rallying Call. Let's see how high we can get this. Is it bleed rate 2? How do I get myself bleed, chat? I forget the commands. Can get up to 1.6 area max. Let's just test it without Bright Sail. Okay, I'm gonna assume it gets bleeding rate. Okay, that's what it is. Set attribute bleeding rate. Okay. Yeah. I got you. Okay. Help give you all the commands? Okay. But why would I do that when I can just ask you, chat? Did you think about that? I don't think so. So, my thinking behind using the armor sub for Spino was that Spino already has the worst health recovery. Yes, I have Waterborne on. My thinking was that since Spino already has worse health recovery, why would I bother trying to make it better? Why wouldn't I just lean into what Spino's good at and be done with it, right? Because it's not going to win a heal cycle fight anyways, so might as well just mitigate as much damage as you take up front right away and win, and then screw off and go heal, right? But now you're giving me an argument for potentially running Egypticus because of the fact that it increases the base. But again, that healing rate only gets good with Streamlined while diving. Yes, Hunya, I know how bleed damage ticks work. I'm aware of the formula. Good at spinal mirrors. How does it fare against other Apexes? Like, I'm sure it's pretty much useless against Titan, right? Because fucking bleed, but... Honestly, if you talk out how the formula works, Hunya, it's not that bad. Also, yes, Coffee, I know that you were the red HP regen Spino that did mirrors with me. That's why we're talking. That's why I'm asking you these things, because you know better. Because my thick aw boy here is a little bit iconic with his armor sub, right? He's a little bit notorious. So I'm gonna need a damn good reason to switch. Because I'm gonna be honest, I almost never see Aegypticus Spinos. It's always either the armor sub or the swim sub that I find. Hunya, I don't know what you're talking about with it being a thankless job. I'm very thankful that Toast is here. Yeah, see, Toast, when you explain it like that, it's not a headache. It's really simple. The more bleed you have, the more damage per tick you take. And those damage ticks get smaller over time. Until you quit bleeding. That's how it works. Undervalued? You're insane. If anybody's undervaluing Toast right now, Hunya, it's you, not me. I value Toast with all of my heart. Okay? All of it. I love numbers nerds. They are welcome in my home. Now, we gotta check the drip, chat. We gotta check the drip, alright? It's drip or drown, okay? This is Ramses with Shanksius, okay? This is my iconic Spino skin. I'm never gonna change it, okay? I don't care if y'all give me I don't care if Matt gives me BT Spino. I'm not changing. Okay, it's not happening, alright? Is this better? Okay. Now bear in mind, tail is taller, calves are thicker. All right. Does this look better though? Gatekeep the ways of collision? When you say gatekeep, do you mean not tell people? Or should I tell the masses? Should I let them know? Should I elevate everyone's PvP ability with this forbidden knowledge that you gave me? Don't tell him? Okay. As you wish, Sensei. Neck's a little thinner, too. But the crest on the head looks really nice. His gut doesn't hang down as much. Arms are a little thinner. And there's this weird dip back here. Arrhenius visually likes Aegypticus more. I really don't like Paxillus. I'm gonna be real. Not a fan. Not a fan. This goofy-odd dino. Goofy-odd dino. Okay? This is definitely, like, it definitely looks fat. You know? And it's, like, smoothed out because there's a lot of meat packed in there. But then this is just, it's, the neck isn't as thick. It's a little bit leaner, a little bit, but not quite malnourished. The swept back sails throws you off. Unpacks. Yeah, dude, it's so weird. The thing that throws me off more is why is the Spino with better swimming stamina, why does it have the narrowest tail? I do think for what I try to do, like with my boy here, health recovery might be the way. Might be the way. Because my strat, like my playstyle, the locale that I pick, the way that I have to sort of use my Spino in the areas, maybe less drag. Maybe, yeah. That would make sense. Given to the HP regen way. Alright, fine. Fine. I'll do it, chat. I'll do it, okay? Next time I'm playing Spino on stream, I'll be running HP regen. Okay, I'm gonna try Aegypticus. I'm gonna see how it feels. Yes, he toast. I'm gonna have to regrow a stage on Riparia if I do it, which is why I've been like apprehensive. But anyway, all right. You've talked me into it. So alright, flight. Did some messing around armor subs multiply base armor? I feel like there's a follow-up to this statement because we've already established this. Yeah, Arctic Bad Billy is a frickin' cracked Spino player. I watch his streams every now and again because I'm trying to learn his ways. Nothing else. Well, Flight, that's interesting because Toast Coffee says that Spino's heal sub does increase the base. Verified through testing. But, I mean, maybe they're wrong. I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it, I guess. I mean, I'm willing to take Toast's word for it. They're pretty knowledgeable about this stuff, but at the same time, you know, no one's infallible. Could have been an error. Kill may work differently. Okay. All right, fair. All right. Maybe you made a mistake too? Entirely possible. It's entirely possible. I mean, we're all trying to learn here, right? We're all trying to learn here. Rippy, don't pit me against my boy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. Oh my god, I'd get my butt kicked. I'm telling you. I'm no Billy Blaine. Alright? I'm no Billy Blaine. Serato Toast, welcome. Alright, hold on. We're gonna test this. We're in single player. Let's do it right now. Serato, you missed a lot of stuff. You'll have to watch the VOD later. Well, this is weird. This is really weird. Why does it keep saying 0.25? Only shows base? Damn. So you actually have to just like sit there and wait it, like time it and math it out? Tests with armor have found armor subs do not affect armor buffs. Okay. As in base. Yeah. Okay. Alright. You'll talk me into it. Yeah, I already said you talked me into it, but you talked me into it. I'm gonna try Egypticus. I'll try Egypticus with Ramses. Alright? I'll do it. And Flight, if I ever catch you streaming while I'm off work, and you're over in Dryfang fighting a mega pack, and you need backup, okay? Just hit me up. I'm there, okay? I got your back. Whatever you need. My Spino is always parked there. Always. Well, Hanya, if you've got to grow a Spino, let me know when you want to do it. I'll nest you in, dog. I'm more than happy to do that for you. Rippy, Fly would be calling me in just so I could watch. What do you mean? I saw that clip. I know what he did to you. You deserved it too. I do like Armor Sub's tail. I do wish I could, like, have this head crest and sail with the Shanksius tail. That would be cool, but unfortunately I cannot. Unfortunately I cannot. I'm gonna assume that the different subspecies don't affect their hurt boxes, right? Right? Like, they'll still have the same hurt boxes. Arctic, when did Rippy have flight on the ropes? I mean, I know Rippy's fought flight before. Flight. Rippy was one of the Tyrannotitans that you threatened to kill today that spared the Rex. So you pulled up with your bars. I was literally today. I was at the start of that stream, but I had to go, and then Rippy sent me a clip later. It does affect hitboxes? Oh. That's so weird, Coffee. So does Egypticus technically have a smaller hurt box than Shanksius? It does? Okay. I've been fully converted. I've been fully converted, chat. Alright. 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 I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing whenever I end this stream. Which I'll probably do here in a moment. We are at about the 1 hour mark, and we've gotten wildly off topic from the original purpose of this. But that's okay. I kind of expected that. At least a little bit. Expected it a little bit. Smaller tear makes it harder to get the 0.5 multiplier at the end of the tail. Okay. Noted. Noted. Sick. Alright. Cool. Okay. Well, chat, I think mission accomplished. Right? I think mission accomplished. You know, I think we can shut the book on this, and we can all agree that hunger and thirst do in fact affect health recovery. Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do before I end this stream, not before I end the stream, after I end the stream, right after I end the stream, is I'm gonna go to my video, and I'm gonna make sure that the video that is recommended at the end of that is going to be this VOD. So that whenever people get done watching my video about the diet system and hunger system, and they're like, wait, hunger and thirst affect my health recovery rate? What? That's weird. I've never heard of that before. They can just click on it and come here. Baba Booey. They're done. So anyway, thanks for stopping by and joining me for this escapade. Everybody who came in to provide their input. It was very helpful. Loved the back and forth there. And y'all have a good night, because I have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I have pizza rolls to finish eating. Toodaloo.